So, this is my first time doing IGTV. Bear with me. I wanted to share something that I wrote a while back. It was more or less regarding, a part of my spiritual awakening, and it looks different for everyone. So this is a part of me clearing the bloodlines and clearing the DNA and knowing that I came here to do this. I am half Puerto Rican, half Irish. This is talking about mainly the maternal side. This is talking about the maternal side because when my parents got divorced, the paternal side kind of became estranged. So this is the maternal bloodline. It's called Family History Rant. Why do I write? I write because I have the courage to live up to the words. I've lived so many of my words, it's hard to know which words I purged, which words I healed, which words I've sealed, trying to express, holding on tight to the memories, repressed, feeling oppressed by my own beliefs, the conditioning and programming of my family, history, hereditary, epigenetically, transferring into me with no choice, which enters me since birth. Born into me biochemically, a contract to fulfill, to clear the bloodlines and transmute it all still. Righteous anger, it rises. I vibrate higher. I rise. The darkness lurks and thrives. My family spreads the negativity without knowing it's impacting every generation that follows. When are we going to turn in the other direction? Where there is no condemnation, no conviction, where we were not born into sin, where we truly believe we were made in God's image, which means we are already whole. Not those hopeless stories we've been told. We are light. We are the truth. Religion just didn't want us to put our powers to use. Christ tried to raise each of our consciousness, but no one wanted to listen. They just wanted crucifixion to divide and cower, not rise up and conquer. Christ gave and healed, and all we did was take. We took his sacrifice and name in vain. We don't see that he is the Son of God and we are all the same. We are all chosen and we need to find our power. Religion is beautiful, but it is sour. It's been polluted, cherry picking and choosing. We are not here to get saved and live by conditions. We are here to save ourselves and love without conditions. Come back to compassion and unconditional love. God is love. I am not here to attack a certain group of beliefs, but I'm speaking about my family and how they raised me, using Christianity as a scapegoat to criticize me. When I know my truth and the God in me, I'm tired of this, spreading negativity. Their thoughts are superior. It's frustrating and painful to see my family in this cycle. Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. I cast my worries and cares upon you. God said, come just as you are. We are here to love others as we love ourselves. Well, I believe in a God of love, not a God of self, where we practice division and only help ourselves, to operate from our minds instead of our hearts. Yes, the fear extends that far. Are people that afraid? Seeing past the hope and optimism, a mental prison, but Jesus has risen into Christ consciousness. Stepping into the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. But is that what it is to be a Christian? Let's break it down. Did you know Ian in Hebrew means gift from God? So Christian to me means Christ is a gift from God? Found on sheknows.com. He rests in her heart as God's present. She knows Christ and what he tried to represent until religion was born and his legacy was tainted. God has revealed himself to me since I was young. I know that God is using me to show everyone, to lead the way as Jesus did, to be a healer and reveal his truths. Surely I say unto thee, if you have the eyes to see and ears to hear, this will all be very clear. I live by truth and faith, not by sight. Therefore I will fight with all of my might. Wrong or right, there's only duality. Your wrong might be their right, or your right might be wrong for me. It's all about perception and how you view your reality. So we must listen to one another to have a heart of compassion. Our souls are leading despite our affliction. So let's get back on the path of walking each other home and practice the art of letting go. surrender, and acceptance to love each other as we love ourselves. No more isolation, segregation, or a divided nation. Let's lock arms and come together. Let's get out of this power struggle. You both are fighting for freedom. Freedom of expression. If it's a positive message to treat everyone fairly, then why resist and project disparity? What kind of nation are we? We need some clarity. It starts with each generation, so we are not raising walking contradictions. I'm trying to heal this in my own family. I plant the seeds gladly to go against what they put in me. I am the black sheep, God's soul to keep. I don't know if I'm healing or if they are even receptive. All I can do is my part and let God do the rest. They are afraid to let go of the old programming, for they know no other way. God forgive them, for they know not what they do. Beware of the traditions of man and all of the misunderstandings, the misrepresentation, wrongful interpretation, meanings lost in translation. The Bible is up for your own interpretation. I quote scripture as God continues to guide me and help me spread the truth. I was raised in it since my youth. Religion is beautiful, and in it you will find many truths. It comes down to your own intuition and what God places in you. Your inner guidance, for you have all the answers inside. Do you have the courage to listen? We all have our own truth. Inside your soul, it thrives, but we must return to our youth, to our innocence before all of the conditioning, back to your regularly scheduled program. Unlearn to relearn, so the bloodlines can be cured. My heart caves in my chest from the layers of abuse that rest. Darkness rests in my bloodlines, lurking genetics and moral predispositions, enabling neglect since the beginning. We are a strong spiritual family, but we lose sight of that sometimes, getting in our flesh, having ego battles, competing with each other's truth, but not embracing us as we are. Family filled with preachers and gays, closeted racists and dysfunction. To practice what we preach is out of reach, just putting on the mask and hiding the scars, judgment and anger, filled with frustration, struggling to find the balance, and constant criticism, just degradation, negativity, and sarcasm. But I'm here to reveal it in order to heal it. Exhausted from the pain I was given, I have the courage to make the difference. It's driven down deep into my genetic code, but I bleed true perseverance, and this family I chose. I will save at least one of you, just like my ancestors tried to do. I am a martyr. I will die with dignity. Crucify me. I rise with my truth. I will sacrifice my flesh just as Jesus did. So go pick out my cross then.